there are 1, 2, 3, 4 ledges. I will start with an easy one, maybe this one. Then I will finish the most complicating canal with a ledge. You see the double curvature. I think this is the most difficult. For example, I will take out the K file, maybe. K file was here, I think. Yes. So if you don't do anything, if you don't follow the protocol that I showed you, you will end up getting into the ledge. For example, here. I'm in the ledge. Look, I'm in the ledge. I cannot get into the original canal if you do nothing about this. For example, here you see the ledge. I'm using number 10 K file. If you don't do anything, I end up being in the ledge. Of course, I can show you 3 different techniques. One is hand instrumentation technique. That is simply pre-curve the tip like this. You can only pre-curve apical 1 to 2 millimeters to 30 degrees or 45 degrees depending on the curvature. You can simply place it in the canal, then make sure you direct the pre-curve towards the original canal. But if you don't do anything, if you don't enlarge the canal in a funnel shape, you will again end up in the original canal. Original canal. But if you are lucky, of course, you can get into the original canal. Look, I'm in the original canal. But usually you have to always start with number 3 GG bar to make a funnel shape. So I'm going to use number 3 GG bar. So this is the GG bar. So I will open. Okay. So I will use, this is AI motor. I will use 2,500 RPM. Then I will just simply use spin it at 2,500 RPM, like this. Then start brushing against outer wall. That's it. Then irrigate canal. Do you know the syringe for water? I forgot which one is.
Can we use another one?
Yeah, I think so. It's better to use another one. Alcohol or water? Maybe water is better.
Okay, here we have a new syringe.
Okay, thank you. So this is water. And you have a needle.
This one is good?
Yeah, anything is good. So I will just irrigate the canal like this. Then what is the next step? The next step is to use martensitic phase nickel titanium instrument. So I'm going to use, this is 3504. I will start with smaller size instrument, like this. So which one is the smallest? Okay, I will use this instrument. This is 1503. I don't want to use the instrument with a big taper. I want to always use small size instrument with a smaller taper because I want to maintain the pre-curve. So this is martensitic phase instrument. So that's why I can maintain the pre-curve. Pre-curve will not return to the straight line. So I will use it. So as I told you, this is the setting. It's too dark. So I will use the T mode. So go to T mode. This is the T mode. The first motion I want to use is 90-degree watch winding at 100 RPM. Second motion is the reciprocating motion at 150 RPM. I want to use 380 degrees clockwise and 50 degrees counterclockwise in the reciprocating motion. So this is the setting. So I will go back. Let me use higher magnifications. Always direct the pre-curve towards the original canal. So I go down, make sure where is the foot pedal. So I will go down. My foot pedal is just in front of me. I just simply use reciprocating motion, 90-degree watch winding, like this. As long as you are using 90-degree watch winding, you will not lose the pre-curve. With a small up and down motion, you can get into the original canal like this. This is very easy. Once you are in the original canal, you feel sticky. Then you will initiate the second motion by just pressing the button. So this is reciprocating motion. Then you can reach the apex. Then I will go to the next instrument. So the next instrument I'm going to use is the yellow one, 2004. This instrument is super nice because I can maintain the pre-curve. But Pro Taper Gold is different instrument because even if you pre-curve Pro Taper Gold, it will return to the normal straight line. Always pre-curve and always direct the pre-curve towards the original canal. Again, irrigate the canal each time you instrument the canal. And get in. This is the 90-degree watch winding, up and down, up and down. Then you feel sticky, initiate the second motion, reciprocating motion. That's it. Then I will use the third one, which is 2004. This is 2004. Again, pre-curve the instrument. I simply pre-curve it, the apical 1 to 2 millimeters. Irrigate the canal and do the same. Place it, use 90-degree watch winding, up and down. Whenever you feel sticky, initiate the second motion, reciprocating motion. That's it. So I will use the second technique. Maybe this is good for the second technique. The second technique is to use K-file. So I will use K-file, number 10 K-file, this one. You can start with number 3 GG bar. For example, I will use this one. So this is again number 3 GG bar, but I need to enlarge the canal in a funnel shape. Remember, always brush against outer wall. So you can go like this. Oh, this is not fast. I need faster speed. So 2,500 RPM. clockwise and 2,500 RPM. This is what I need. So I go down with the number 3 GG bar and brush against outer wall. Brushing, brushing, brushing against outer wall. So this way, you can remove debris and you can get into the original canal. So here comes the pre-carved K file, number 10. Always direct the pre-carve towards the original canal. Then after you get into the original canal, you feel sticky. That's why the tooth model doesn't drop. Once you are in the original canal, never get out. Use small up and down motion, maybe 50 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I don't know, 20, 30, 40, and 50. Then you will go to the next bigger instrument, number 15. I will use number 15. This is 10, 12. You don't have 15, right? This is 12. If you have 15, not now. Okay. But you can expect what will happen if you use number 15. Or you can use austenitic instrument if you are available. But I don't recommend you use austenitic instrument. You have 15?
03 or 08?
Oh, it's okay. This is rotary file.
Yeah, you need it.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. They know the technique. So after that, I'm not going to show you slow rotation technique because it's not good. Once you are in the original canal, the instrument is stressed because of the pre-carve, the permanent deformations. So that's why I want to use multi-synthetic instrument. So I will show you again the multi-synthetic instrument with the T mode. So the preparation is almost finished. So I will simply use, I pre-carve the instrument again. This is 2504, big instrument. So I come down, 90-degree watch winding. I get into the original canal. I feel sticky. Then I want to use the reciprocating motion, like this. Then you will go to the next bigger instrument. The rest is the same. So I will use then the most difficult one, this one. You see the double curvature. So I will do this. So first, what is the first step, if you remember? Yeah, GG bar to make a Fano shape. So I will, again, I will start with the GG bar. This is the outer wall, this is inner wall. Always brush against the outer wall. So you can go like this and brushing against the outer wall. Like this. This part is the most important. Don't skip this part. You cannot get into the original canal. Especially you have a double curvature canal. Then irrigate canal. What is the next step after the Fano shape? If you remember. No, not K file. I never use the K file. You will enlarge the canal, curved canal. So I will use maybe I will start with 2504. Up to maybe 50. So this is 2504. Watch winding. Usually I measure the length from the orifice to the original canal. I don't want to get into the ledge. After that, I will use maybe 35. This is 3504. This is 3504, martensitic. So simply I use the T mode. I'm just enlarging the curved canal, nothing else. I'm not bypassing the ledge yet. But before that, I need to irrigate the canal. Each time you use the instrument, irrigate the canal. So I will go down with 3504. This is watch winding, up and down, up and down. If you are afraid of fracturing the instrument, keep using only 90-degree watch winding. If you are not afraid of it, you can use reciprocating motion, which I'm using. But make sure you use small up and down motion, like this. Then irrigate the canal. Whenever you lose the sticky feeling, go to the next bigger instrument. As long as you feel sticky, keep using the instrument until you lose the sticky feeling. Then I'm going to use, we don't have 40, so I'm going to use 50. This should be 5004. Yes, 5004. Again, I start with 90-degree watch winding. So this is 90-degree watch winding. This is a bigger instrument. You can easily create a ledge because this is, remember, this is plastic. Like this. Then use reciprocating motion just below the ledge. You need to keep doing this until you lose the sticky feeling. I still feel resistance, but I'm getting loose. Okay, I lost the sticky feeling. Then irrigate the canal. Then go to 55. This is 5504. 5504, yes. So this will be the last one before I make a removal, I make a bypassing attempt. Because I don't have the instrument with a fan shape tip. So always start with 90-degree watch winding, then reciprocating motion with a small up and down motion. I lose a sticky feeling, then irrigate the canal, and I'm ready to use the T-mode technique. So make sure you feel sticky in the original canal. So I will use this instrument. This is TFRK ME. ME means Micro Explorer. So I'm going to pre-carve it like this. And place it in the canal. So this part is very important. Remember, this is a double curvature canal. So you will go down You will go down in the canal, then you feel sticky. Look, it doesn't drop. I feel sticky in the original canal. If you are not sure, you can always use ultrasonics. So this is TFRK-S. So you can go down with a TFRK-S. And always activate ultrasonics. I'm in the original canal. That's why the tooth doesn't drop. You can always activate ultrasonics on withdrawal. So you can go like this. If you keep doing that, you can enlarge the entrance of the original canal. But I want to show you the T-mode technique. So I will start with the smallest instrument. That is 1503. This one, 1503. Always pre-curve it. Always direct the pre-curve towards the original canal. So I will go down. I will go down with a 90-degree watch winding. Then I'm in the original canal without getting into the ledge. Once you are in the original canal, you feel sticky. Then you will use reciprocating motion. You reach the apex. Then I will go to the next bigger instrument, which is 2004. Oh, no, this is not 2004. This is 2004. Before you use it, always irrigate the canal. Make sure you pre-curve the tip, only the tip. Apical 1 to 2 millimeter of the instrument. Go down. Sorry, where is that? Yeah, here. Go down and 90-degree watch winding. Up and down, then you can get into the original canal. Once you are in the original canal, you feel sticky, then you can use reciprocating motion just by clicking this button or push the black button on the pedal, foot pedal. Then irrigate the canal. Then go to the next bigger instrument, which is 2504. This is 55. This is 2504. Again, pre-curve the instrument. Only the apical 1 millimeters, 1 to 2 millimeters. They go down. Use 90-degree watch winding. Up and down, you are in the original canal. Then initiate the second motion. If you are afraid of fracturing the instrument, you can keep using 90-degree watch winding like this. You can keep using 90-degree watch winding until you reach the apex like this. This is still good. Then irrigate the canal. I go to the next bigger instrument, which is 3504. This is 3504. So I pre-curve it. Then do the same. 90-degree watch winding. I can automatically get into the original canal. If you are concerned about fracturing the instrument, keep using 90-degree watch winding. I'm still using 90-degree watch winding. But I'm still advancing the instrument. Look, I'm not using reciprocating motion, but if you use the reciprocating motion, you can be more efficient to instrument the original canal. But still, if you are using the 90-degree watch winding, you can slowly advancing the instrument. I always use this technique whenever I feel dangerous. So like this. I don't want to waste your time, so I will use reciprocating motion. So as long as you are using reciprocating motion, you are not reciprocating motion together with a small up and down motion, pecking motion. You are not going to fracture the instrument. Okay, this way you can bypass the ledge. I think that's it.